Blackstone operatives pursued him across rooftops, through fire escapes, and over rain-slick bridges connecting abandoned factories. A sniper's bullet shattered a window inches from Jamaal's head. Another round struck a metal railing, showering sparks across the rooftop. Jamaal never looked back. He leaped across a narrow gap between buildings. One pursuing guard hesitated. Another made the jump. Jamaal met him on the landing. Their knives collided with a sharp metallic ring. The fight lasted only seconds. Neither man spoke. Neither wasted movement. Finally, Jamaal disarmed his opponent and sent the knife sliding across the rooftop. The operative stumbled backward, choosing retreat over another attack. Sirens echoed in the distance. Police. Victor Hale's men scattered before they could be identified. Within moments, the warehouse district fell silent once again. Back inside his underground hideout, Jamaal placed the recovered hard drive onto his desk. The screen illuminated his face. One folder opened, then another. Payment records, murder contracts, bribery, judges, police commissioners, politicians, and then one line froze him. Target, Malik Carter. Status, completed. Jamaal lowered his head. The city had called it a gang shooting. The truth was far darker. His brother had been marked for execution. As thunder rolled across the skyline, Jamaal quietly closed the laptop. "They started this war," he said. "I'm going to finish it." Just then, a red laser sight appeared on the wall beside him. Someone had found his hideout. A single gunshot shattered the silence. The bullet tore through the concrete wall where Jamaal had been standing just a heartbeat earlier. Chunks of brick exploded into the air. Dust filled the room. Instinct took over. Jamaal rolled behind a steel workbench as another shot ripped through the warehouse window. Glass showered the floor. Someone had found him. Someone who knew exactly where to shoot. Jamaal reached for his pistol beneath the table. He checked the magazine. 7 rounds. Enough if he didn't waste them. He killed the lights with one switch. Darkness swallowed the warehouse. Outside, boots crunched across broken glass. Slow, measured, professional. These weren't street criminals. They were trained. A calm voice echoed through the darkness. "Carter, it's over. You've caused enough trouble." Jamaal smiled. "If it was over, you wouldn't have brought a team." Silence. Then, automatic gunfire erupted through the warehouse walls. Rat-tat-tat. Bullets punched through metal shelves and wooden crates. Tools crashed onto the floor. Sparks flew as rounds struck steel beams. Jamaal stayed low, counting the bursts. 1, 2, 3 shooters. Maybe 4. A flashbang crashed through the broken window. Jamaal grabbed it before it detonated. With one motion, he threw it back outside. Boom! Blinding light flooded the loading dock. Shouts echoed through the night. "My eyes! Move! Move!" Jamaal burst through a side door. His pistol came out. Bang! A round struck the hood of a parked SUV, forcing one attacker behind cover. Another operative charged with a combat knife. The blade flashed under the security lights. Jamaal sidestepped the attack.
The knife sliced through his jacket instead of his chest. They struggled for only seconds. A sharp elbow. A twist of the wrist. The knife clattered across the pavement. The attacker staggered backward. Jamaal struck once more, sending him to the ground unconscious. More gunfire. Bang! 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 Rounds ricocheted off shipping containers. Jamaal sprinted between rows of abandoned trucks. His breathing remained steady. He wasn't running away. He was leading them exactly where he wanted. At the center of the yard stood an old fuel tanker. Jamaal slid behind it as bullets slammed into the metal. One operative shouted, "He's trapped." Another answered, "Take him alive." Alive. That told Jamaal something important. They needed answers, which meant someone higher up still feared what he knew. Jamaal reached into his pocket and tossed a smoke grenade across the yard. Gray smoke spread quickly. Visibility vanished. The operatives moved cautiously. One entered the smoke, then another. Suddenly, a shadow emerged behind them. Jamaal disarmed the first guard before he could fire. The second turned too late. A quick strike sent the rifle skidding across the concrete. Confusion spread through the team. Every shadow looked like Jamaal. Every sound became a threat. By the time the smoke cleared, 3 operatives were down. The others had lost sight of him completely. Miles away, inside the penthouse of Dominion Development, Victor Hale watched security footage from the failed assault. He didn't look angry. He looked impressed. Across the room stood Blackstone's commander, Marcus Kane, a former intelligence officer. The same man who had trained Jamaal years ago. Victor folded his hands. "You said he was retired." Marcus answered quietly. "I was wrong." Victor stared at the frozen image of Jamaal escaping across the rooftops. "He fights exactly like you." Marcus nodded. "Because I taught him." The room fell silent. Finally, Victor spoke. "No more capture orders." Marcus looked up. Victor's expression turned cold. "Kill him elsewhere."